I'm back. What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are having a great day. I hear you want to know how to rock a tuxedo for prom. So hey, I'm here to help you. Homecoming as well. I can help you with it right now. Alright, so what makes a tuxedo? Because you have to know that before you start wearing just any old suit to prom. So a tuxedo is usually going to be black or dark blue, which they call midnight blue, fancy term for it. But anyway, and this is what it's going to look like. I'm going to put an image up on the screen right now. Mine is black. I wore a black tuxedo to prom. Yeah, so it has to have a satin lapel and a satin stripe going down the pants or the trouser. This is going to be what differentiates just a regular black suit from a from a tuxedo. And the shirt that you're going to wear is going to be a white French cuff dress shirt. This is never going to change. And this is the great thing about black tie, which is the fancy term for a tuxedo, is that you really can't change the rules too much. So yeah, you want to have a white French cuff dress shirt. It has to be very crisp, very clean, and also you want to have studs with the dress shirt because, well, obviously it's a French cuff, and you want to have the matching studs to go along with it. So, along with the white dress shirt, you also want to get a black bow tie. A self-tied bow tie is preferred. Wear what you need to wear for this one night, okay? You also need to have the dress shoes to go along with it and the black socks. So, the dress shoes, you want to have patent leather, which means that it's going to be super duper shiny. Or you can do a like a velvet. Now, this is for the more, trained person. This isn't for everybody. And it's definitely an acquired like taste, but like I did the velvet loafers, and I really liked them. So now that you know what actually makes a tuxedo different rather than just a normal old suit, now we can talk about what is going to make the tuxedo look good. So first thing that you want to be looking for is how the jacket and the suit, the tuxedo fits you. Obviously, this is going to play a huge role in it. So, but anyway, what you need to do is you need to make sure that the room in the trousers is going to be enough room for your legs at the top of the thigh, but also it can't be super baggy and it can't be super tight. You have to find the middle ground to where it fits you, but it's not leaning one of each way, if that makes any sense. And then also whenever you get down to below the knee, you want to make sure it tapers down nicely, but it still has that sort of, a little bit more room effect. I really don't like the more tapered, you see all the guys with GQ. I really don't like the more tapered look that you get with that, because I feel like a tuxedo is supposed to be timeless. You can put your own flair on it with the velvet, shoes, and there's other things that you can do that will actually make the tuxedo your own without going outside of the rules and looking kind of like a clown. So the thing with the jacket, right? You want to make sure that the jacket has a good room in the shoulders. I'm going to put up what my tuxedo looks like so you can kind of get an idea of what I mean. And you also want to make sure that the cuff on your shirt comes down to this part of the thumb right here. You see that? Okay, and it needs to come down to that part of the thumb, and you need to make sure that there's about 1/4 of an inch of cuff showing from your jacket. So there needs to be 1/4 of an inch of the white from the cuff showing. I know it's really particular, guys, but it makes the difference. The difference between looking really baggy and it just doesn't look good versus what actually looks good is all about in these little tiny details. Personally, if you're gonna ask me, I feel like the thing that you're most worried about is getting pictures for that night, and you're also worried about dancing that night. So the shirt really isn't going to make a huge deal if you decide to go ahead and make it a little bit more baggy. Don't make it huge. Don't make it like you're swimming in it, like Aaron Marino says. But you definitely need to make it to where it is, what's the word? Comfortable. Okay, that's a good word. It has to be comfortable, and you have to enjoy wearing it. But because the tuxedo is going to cover it up whenever you take the pictures. Just don't make it too baggy, because that just won't look good. Lastly, I want to talk about the trouser, so you know your pants, the suit pants, meeting your shoes. So where should that go? So there's this thing called a half a break, and you more experienced people are going to know this. So, but anyway, a half break is going to just be basically it'll meet the shoe very it won't be very baggy. So it'll meet it very I don't know what the word is. I'm going to just put pictures up so you can see. But basically, there's not a ton of touching. There's a little bit of touching. What am I talking about? Anyway, but you can see by the picture what I mean. So you want to have that, or you want to have what I did, which is called the no break. So this is like the more Italian style. And I like this because what I did for mine is I took it to the tailor at Suit Supply, and I told them, hey, look, I want to have more room built into the thing, so built into the trouser, so whenever I get taller you can just let it out and it won't be a problem. So now that we talked about all the important things, we need to talk about the extras. So the extra is going to be the pocket square. So the pocket square, you want to do a white pocket square, and it has to be silk, can't be cotton, has to be silk. You want to do whites, and you want to do reds, or you can even match your date's color. You know, what I did for mine is I just did a white pocket square. Now for the suspenders, I matched my lovely date. And yeah, so I had like the purple, and she had, you know, a dark purple dress on, and so I wanted to throw that in there because obviously I don't want to just not match my date at all. I want to have some sort of, you know, connection with the color, because that's the thing that people do nowadays. But I really think it's, you know, it just doesn't look good whenever you have the like bright neon, cummerbunds, bow ties. I think all that looks very, you know, trashy. Just keep it classic, keep it simple, but also put your own twist on it. And some people like to play around with the sock color. I'm just gonna say stick with the black socks, guys. Don't do anything. You know, don't do anything crazy with that. There's really no point. But anyway, if you guys follow these steps, you're going to look just as good or better than I did at prom. Now, if you're gonna rent, if you're gonna buy, I would say if you have the cash, buy. If you don't have the cash, obviously, you know, stay within your budget and rent, and then go like a month or two beforehand and find out what size you need, and then reserve that size, because they're all going to be gone within, you know, like a couple weeks leading up to prom. So you need to find that out in order to look good for prom. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this really helps you out, and I hope that you guys have a fantastic time at prom like I did. Guys, I will see you later. Thank you so much for watching.